Good evening. Today I will talk about the question, why is biodiversity important? Now here before answering this question, you must know what is biodiversity. Well, what is the meaning of biodiversity? Well, biodiversity is the variation in the living animals on the earth. Or basically, biodiversity, biodiversity, is basically one type of variation in the living animals of the earth. And basically, one type of variation or sort of version or basically different species is around the world. All the living animals and species is everything. Basically, every single variation or variety, versions and species in the living animals of the earth are called the biodiversity. So that's biodiversity. It's interesting to see so many types of living beings being both in plants and animals. Now here it is, as obviously it's surprising to see. You see how there are many types of species in both plants and animals, even in plants. Plants also have a variation, which is obvious. Not only animals, but also plants too. They also have variation. They are interdependent on each other for survival. They have both plants and animals are interdependent on each other, or basically they need each other in order to thrive on this planet, or else they will be extinct by now. Even us, we also rely, as we cannot make food by ourselves, plants make food by themselves, so we just depend on them for all the grains, rice, wheat, everything. We obviously rely on plants. Now we can see biodiversity in different habitats of environments. Now there are different types of biodiversities. It's like aquatic, biodiversity, terrestrial diversity, and soil diversity or biodiversity. So here there are three types: aquatic biodiversity, terrestrial biodiversity, and soil biodiversity. Now the importance of biodiversity in environment comes from the fact that every living being, including humans, are dependent on it directly. Now like I said, plants and animals, including us, depend on each other directly. Of course we eat plants, we eat rice, we also eat wheat in the form of bread. Right? We are just dependent on each other. But plants also need us too, because we do protect them. Yes, we do protect them, but at the same time we also destroy them because of deforestation. But still, it's still dependent. Either way, there's still dependent on each other, including us. And now any damage to it also affects humans at large. So we need to conserve biodiversity for our survival. And now if any of the species, or if any type of species goes extinct, or basically if any type of form of biodiversity will just disappear, then the rest will also disappear, as like I said, we are dependent and on each other. So we need to conserve our biodiversity for our survival, and we should absolutely not destroy it. Now, the importance of diversity can be categorized as in the following manner. Like biodiversity provides stability. Biodiversity provides stability. That's the first point. Biodiversity provides stability. How? Well, the exchange of gaseous elements and minerals occurs between animals and plants as well as with nature. Biodiversity provides the ways of exchanges. So if biodiversity is destroyed, the stability of nature will be affected. Now here we actually do exchange for plants and animals exchange themselves for exchange themselves each other. For example, plants and release is oxygen in the air, and air is also a reliable source of food, as it can make a food on its own. While the animals also they exchange themselves for the plants by their dead bodies. Dead animals will soon decay, and while decaying, the minerals will go down into the soil and by all the microorganisms decompose it, and then it will go in the soil with all the minerals, and with all the exchanged minerals the plants can grow. So that is how they stabilize it. Now for population size is maintained. That's the second point, population size is maintained. Now in forest, number of herbivores are basically those animals that only eat plants and not any meat. Animals like goats, buffaloes, deer, pigs grow in number by reproduction. Now, of course, they do reproduce. Yes, all the herbivores also in the forest, like goats, buffaloes, deer, pigs, they do reproduce. But at the same time, they are also hunted and killed by wild animals like tigers, lions, hyenas, etc. for food. Since they are carnivores and they solely rely on meat for their survival, so now the herbivores are reproducing themselves, as while all the carnivores can also get an advantage by reproducing, and the population will be maintained, because if there are too many herbivores, then it will be absolutely crowded and there will be chaos everywhere. But if there are too many carnivores, then every single herbivore will go extinct, and since they will have no more food and no stabilized food source, then they will also go extinct. So that's how the population size is maintained. The herbivores reproduce, the carnivores hunt. And also the biodiversity helps to keep the environment clean and healthy. Yes, biodiversity also keeps the environment clean, in everything clean, in everything. Now I'm just going to clear this up. And here dead animals and plants are decayed after death by bacteria. And other environment friendly organisms to keep the environment clean. Otherwise they will pollute the environment and there will be dead carcasses everywhere. There will be dead bodies all over the forest, and it will be absolutely polluted, as without all the microorganisms decaying, decomposing a single dead body, then there will be loads of them. Otherwise they will pollute the environment. Similarly, small animals like rats, insects, birds, pigs, dogs, etc. help to clean the waste around us. Now the other animals, and birds, like vultures. Vultures also eat dead bodies of animals in order to keep the environment clean. Those are called scavengers, or those are called scavengers. Those animals, or birds, that eat dead bodies of animals or birds for their survival. For example, the vulture eats dead bodies of animals in order to keep the environment clean and also satisfying its hunger. So that is why biodiversity is important. Alright, so that's all for this video. Bye.